are live. What's up, dude?
Yay. Alright. Guess I can give you a countdown. Alright, 3, 2, 1, let's start. Okay, now we can start. Alright, I'm gonna do the semi-pro circuit. Nice middle ground between the amateur and the galactic circuit, which I did at NASA last year. So I'll be using EB for the first race, and then I'll switch over to Bullseye. I consider probably the second best racer out of the whole entire cast. Dude is turning, his cooling, it's just like miles ahead of everyone. Unfortunately, his speed's kind of slow, so Ben Quad beats him out in that at least. So the semi-pro circuit is heads out with the Pure Aquarius and kind of ends here too. So you're seeing parts of these tracks twice, for the first one and the last one. So Sunken City introduces this section of the course. Sunken City essentially just rusted out portion. That shortcut right there is the fastest way to get through. It's also not on the map, so we kind of look for it and actually know where to look for it when you're playing this. The other one that's highlighted on the map before that is a lot slower, and there's also the intended route, which kind of sucks. Yeah, I can see check. Oh, shut up. Sorry. It's everybody's favorite Aussie bark devastation. So as for boosting, because the AI can't do it, it kind of makes these tracks, well, actually all the races easy for the most part, so you have no fear of losing. So as long as you don't crash too much and boost consistently. With the boosting, you kind of want to space it out so you don't continuously do it, because initially, when we played this and did the circus and all that, we usually just did it continuously boosting. Not waiting the engines cool down, but it's actually much better to let the engines cool down and then boost from there, which is why using better racers with better cooling, EB, Ben to a certain extent, and Bullseye is a much better situation than setting other boosts, other racers. Because even though a lot of the other racers that you can get have better boost timing and have better duration, their cooling is really bad, so you can only boost for a certain amount of time, and most of the time you're going to be going slower as a result overall than, say, if you had a quicker cooldown time at a slightly reduced duration of boosting. Yeah, actually that's very true, as Tummy Companies, aka Zast, said. The PC port actually was the first thing released, and then it was later put out into the N64, Dreamcast, and to a lesser extent the Game Boy Color. So the PC is preferable to play with the keyboard because you can actually boost and turn at the same time, which is kind of the weakness of the N64 and Dreamcast versions. White stick as well, that works as well. Yeah, the game is very lenient what you could use. I'm pretty sure you could like bring out a Guitar Hero controller, a flight stick. I actually have a stick I've been trying to use with it, but I couldn't get the sensitivity down to what I wanted it to. But yeah, I'm pretty sure you could use a wheel too if you had it. Again, it's very it's a nice system that they have. So there's a lot of things that constitute a joystick for this game. A racing would actually be kind of cool to have for this. Yeah, as for differences in the game, PC runs at 60. The Dreamcast and the N64 versions run at 30. For whatever reason, well, I guess hardware restrictions and all that, the music is only available on the third lap for the N64, while as the Dreamcast is much more attuned with the PC version, so you get music on each of the laps. Although it's different for some reason, it just cycles through different tracks, I don't know why. And also the load times are much longer on the Dreamcast as well. Cool. I know the N64 version has that because of the cheat codes you can put in. I'm not sure if the PC can actually do that. I'm pretty sure it does, but as far as I know, I'm pretty sure you can like go into the debug menu and do it, but there's really no instance where you can just enter a cheat into it, like the N64 version. I'm pretty certain that you could probably do it for the Dreamcast, but those controllers are kind of big for the thing, so it's kind of hard. Especially how they have the analog sticks spaced out. But as for my control configuration, I'm using an Xbox 360 controller, and I have a pedal that specifically and only does W, or up, so I can actually turn and or to boost at the same time. I did just do the controller, but I figured I could just do that instead. Because it'll only give me an upper hand. I mean, I'm pretty much on even playing field with somebody using the keyboard. And honestly, I haven't seen any reason not to like disallow any kind of controls. What you want to do? Alright, so next is Tower Gorge by Racer. Or is it this guy? I actually mentioned that there's actually a guy, the Englishman, that did the 12-hour speedrun challenge for the Dreamcast and did it, and then Nim came along, who also does Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. He pretty much did all the categories. I mean, if anyone ever get into the Dreamcast version, definitely get into it, because it's like there's hardly anybody that runs it. It'd always be nice to have a new face doing that. True, but again, there's always a... I don't know. I don't mind playing this on PC. I mean, I'll go back to it because I still have it on the N64 as well, so I'll keep plugging it for a bit. I mean, it's a lot different. I mean, there's different areas where I just can't stand it on the N64 because of frame rate issues, but still, hey, it's not better. Yeah, it was. That was a very fun game. Yeah, Crazy Taxi, Hydro Thunder, Power Stone 1 and 2. All satisfying games. Like, if they brought out Power Stone for PC, that'd be pretty based. Alright, so on the second lap, this shortcut opens, which I just crashed into because I'm bad at this game. But anyway, this allows you to access this area. With the ice, as well as some other surfaces, you go a lot faster, so as you see I'm hitting like, you know, close to 900 kilometers an hour. I can utilize that for a minute. I can also utilize the boost at the time. Even though my speed's going down, I can still take advantage of it until I go back down to my natural top speed. Which happens when I go back onto a actual traction of the track. So anytime I'm on ice, what else is there? I guess zero gravity tube as well. That's also a possibility. Another place where you can get a speed boost. You can take advantage of it to boost outside of boost inside of it, then go outside onto it and still retain some of the speed. Jeez, Berserk. That was a meme. Yeah, Teletech, it's kind of weird. There's a traction, if you you want to call that, see how it grips the ground, which is kind of silly considering it's a repulsor craft in its sense. Yeah, that is a thing. The game is, though. Come on now. The game is really fucking janky. Alright, let's see if I can make it this time. So another thing I don't like about this version, at least, well, maybe it's just because of the way we're running it, or the way that, gotten to run the past couple of years, is that if I start a new file, the game's not going to remember any of the other times I may have had on this track on other courses like it would on the N64. Or even if it's a file that I've recently had or had for a long time, it's still not going to remember the courses. It only pretty much dumps all that data each time I play the game and get started. So any of the times that I've gotten on certain tracks, PBs or whatever, I have to just kind of keep those in mind on a separate spreadsheet for now. I'm pretty sure there's something in the data that I actually go into it and change it, but as for now, I can't. I have my power for now, so hopefully, whenever they release this game, that functionality will remain. Same thing with sound. I have to reset the sound every single time I play this. It's a pain in the ass to get the auto balance for this game.
Speaking of rounds, can you tell us a little bit about the goal that you have?
Sure. So a certain amount of the tracks, specifically on the Invitational, have these out-of-bounds areas and also places where you can get up onto and skip nice portions of the track, or especially with Abyss, and other ones that you can skip portions of the track for whatever reason. I don't think it was intended, but hey. So yeah, if the goals met, I can definitely show those off. It'd be really fun. He's still low? What the hell? I put his volume up pretty high too. It's like the 170 on my fucking Discord.
It's okay, audio is impossible.
But yeah, there's some interesting skip that you can do. Recent one actually on Inferno that Nim found. That's really nice for Inferno, I will say. Took it one step further than what it was before, because you could eventually just skip like a little section of the track and get to this, like a second portion. Fuck that of me. But now you can skip to a really far part of the track and just turn around and essentially just finish it in like 30 seconds compared to like 2 minutes. That's kind of cool, done correctly. And I can also show off the one in this circuit. I can't do it right now because of the way my pod's gonna be at the end, because I won't have the necessary parts, but I can definitely show off that one. Interesting little skip too. Won't do the full race again because it'll be kind of silly. Fuck. Oh, okay. Well, okay. There's an invisible wall right before that section comes up, so I kind of want to get off right before that so I won't crash like as happened right there. Because the game is really finicky when it comes to perpendiculars. You do with the track and with the pod race. Most of the time, even if you're going like a relatively slow speed, you can still just immediately just crash the pod racer. It also doesn't help that Bullseye has one of the weakest pods in the game. It's like either the type for the weakest or one of the weakest. Alright, so my least favorite part is the junkyard. And for any percent upgrades, you want to come to here. Hopefully Watto is not being a pain in the ass like he is right now. and I want to get either a block 6 or a block 5. Not in the best of repair, but still I can get it repaired over a couple of races. So here, block 5, 9. Okay, that's fine. I'll do that. I can forego getting a cooling part. It's not a problem. I don't feel like wasting anybody's time on this. That can be a real time sink there. Alright, so I got that part. It's not going to be fully upgraded, or at least fully repaired until after this race, but I'll still get some of the benefits from it. Not much, but a little bit. This is a pretty quick course. It's got a few little difficult areas that drop off there to that tight right turn. Can be kind of a nuisance. If you boost off of that, there's a good chance you're just going to crash right into the wall, because the pod's going to have the physics of you turning while boosting, which doesn't work so well. Can make really sharp turns even with bullseye. It's really good steering. Yeah, it's a wider turn. So, kind of want to let off the boost for a bit, get around the corner, then you can boost again. It's a pretty fun course though. Pretty quick. One thing I should add is that if I get an engine fire, the timer for taking it out is random, but it's independent of the cooling, the repair part I have, so regardless of if I have like a level 1 or level 6, it's going to be the same for any pod racer. So I'm going to get like a set frame of time before it goes out, so which is nice, because if it was tied to the repair part, then it could be quite a bit of trouble. Does that take like maybe 1 or 2 seconds? It could take, you know, upwards of 5 or 6. And with a lower repair part, you do lose quite a bit of speed on that. Alright, so let's look at challenge. I think the longest of the circuit? Not sure. Still kind of a pretty good track. And spaced out throughout the track of these excavators, like that section right there, also right there. Oh, there's a big one at the end of the way before the finish line. Now, if I do it correctly, it's going to be at the top of the hill on the first 2 laps, and then the bottom of the hill on the third 2 laps, I can just boost around the corner and not have to worry about running into it, hopefully. Now, if I crash once or twice, then it's going to change up a little bit. Left side's a little faster than the right side. And also the top and bottom portions of that previous section don't really matter. I really think the bottom section is going to put you into the right tube. I'm not sure. I usually take the top. It's much easier to deal with, and plus on top of that I get a better shot at boosting or going to the left side. Alright. Couldn't word that jam. Fortunately, I only got Race of Revenge, which is just absolute shit. Alright, so this big boy. Let's slow down a little bit. So that little section there before I drop down, that like vertical section that just slopes down, if you're going too fast, then the game is going to cause you to crash. There's a few places around other tracks. Also on Aquarius, before on the first one, there's a section at the beginning before going into the tubes where you could go too fast and just immediately crash. Yeah, true. Bike racer machine. Yeah, I have one in my local movie theater, but they took it away. It's pretty fun. I mean, the choice of pods was kind of slim, but it was still pretty fun. Oh, nice. I have not played that one. But apparently from Sham's reaction, it's not that good. Alright, so it's gonna be a top twice, so it's gonna be the bottom on the third lap.
It's a new lap record.
You know, Garf Car would be fine if it wasn't optimized to run with the fucking Titan the way it is. I can barely get like a constant frame rate windowed. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, it would. Because there'd be nothing better than having like, what is it, like 8 racers, like just 8 people just fucking around with that all the time. Like, it'd be a really enjoyable game. Okay, I almost messed that up. Good thing I didn't. Just around here. I don't know why. It's alright though. Alright, cool. I'm gonna get Bull's Roar. Actually, good racer. We'll check out the course again just once. We'll try this twice and try and get a decent cooling part, so like radiator. Shit. A dual will be nice, or a turbo. Ride. Alright, fine. That's fine. Alright, brew course. Coast. Brew coast. It's the same starting as Fireman Rally from the Galactic Circuit, but veers off to the right over here instead and goes on this nice little course instead of that crazy shenanigans I had to go through from doing FMR. So unlike Five Mountain Rally, the sides won't actually damage the pod. They'll just launch you up and you can go a little high, but you don't want to try and aim for the inside of the other corners, like to try and skip over them because there are invisible walls there, so those end up crashing or just doing considerable damage to the pod and just wasting time there. So just going around them without breaking, just sliding through them is the best way to go about it, I think. Circumstances. Wow, I'm actually surprised I didn't get an orange on that one. Alright.
It's a new lap record.
My bad. Crazy Jess.
What's up?
Turned my keyboard on.
Nothing like the mechanical keyboard ASMR.
Indeed.
Shambling out the tree. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to get a pit droid too, so we'll have to deal with one part being damaged over the other. So you do start with one pit droid, but you have to get a second one. Let's get more depending on how many parts you get. Because parts above 1 and below 6 will be damaged. I did need to get one of these, so that doesn't matter. Okay, I got lucky there. Nothing got damaged. Rather, nothing with damage on that shit. Oh well, that's alright. Alright, final track. Bumpy's breakers. So the jump I went over just now, the first one, was where you could actually skip this part of the track right here coming up. Or actually most of this track coming here until you get to that section. You do need a decent level acceleration part to do that. I mean, even though Bullseye has a really good acceleration at this point, even with a level 1, it's still enough to get over that hump right there. So you end up just hugging the wall for a bit, then going down and crashing. It doesn't work out so well. Get the lower section here. It's much better to work with because you can immediately just start boosting once you get around that corner. So yeah, that part right there is where you can come down and you're down here instead, so saves a nice 30 seconds, maybe more. Also got to mention that these doors right here are a global timer once you pass them the first time, so I think it's usually the left side, I'm not sure. Either the left side or the right side that goes first, and you go through there, and it kind of determines in which way I'm going to go to. So if the right door's open, go right side. I have to squeeze through though, because it's kind of tight now that I have a higher top speed. Because the door's not going to open as fast as it would if I had a lower top speed, like the first time. So like, yeah, cool.
It's a new lap record.
He just needed to not exist. Like, come on now. Okay, alright. Oh. Jam, nothing to be worse than Jar Jar. Looks like a pretty...
It's a new lap record.
You still have a Jam? Or is it gone forever? I think I do remember when they had those. That sounds terrible. That sounds like a very weird fetish. Deep red, huh? Okay. Now I need to repair the pod when it starts getting the deep red, pulsating red, or the warning. I do the warning and I boost, I immediately die. That's time. That wasn't too bad.
The fastest pod racer in the galaxy. Bullseye Nawa.
Oh, I can't hear you. We can do the bonus.
Yeah, you can do it up whenever you're ready.
Alright, yeah, I gotta... Yeah, just quickly restart the game. Give me a second. Done. Gotta put the frame rate down a little bit. To actually get this shit to work properly and not like take like 2 years. It's gonna be a little loud for a second, guys. Give me a second, I'll adjust it. And loud. Again, I wish it stayed in my settings, but it doesn't. Alright. It also doesn't save track opening too, so I gotta go through this quickly for a second. So you have to do one track in the single player, then you go into free play and do whatever tracks you want to. Little things. So I'm gonna quickly just go to this spot. I consider a really cool one. And I'll do
It's a new lap record. It's a new lap record.
Okay. Now I can do all the free races I want to. For whatever reason, I don't know why. Yeah, they're pretty shitty. It's like most of the first circuit and second track of the first circuit, so what do you expect? So I'm gonna go here first. I might as well show this one off. Because it's an interesting little skip you can do. It's pretty fun. So, we're just here. Like 5 minutes ago. Less than 5 minutes ago. And I can show you where you can actually just skip down and skip that section of the track with all the S-turns and all that shit. So here, back up slightly, ever so slightly. Get up here, and then you're up to, on this side of the track now. You can skip all that section. I guess? I don't know. Pretty sure people do like the remote sections of it. But who knows? I'm guessing it was, or they just... oh, whatever. Yeah, get to the laps in like a minute. Some change. It's kind of fun. Too bad Sybil is not that good. He's okay. He's not that bad, but alright. So Abyss. I'm gonna switch over to Mars. Well, because for whatever reason he just gets out of bounds like nobody's business, and just clips the track too. So this track is notorious for people that played this game because of the left-hand turn up there. Get to go around. So I'm gonna go up here, just accelerate into this wall right here. Right here, then get a good grip. Go forward a little bit up here, and just turn around.
It's a new lap record.
Another time. But sometimes I don't get it, I have to land on the section below me. That's going around the starting area. And go from there, and then I can just, well, we'll see what happens. If I get it, I'll show it off. But if not, then let's do this again. Here again. And... nope. Okay, it's gonna put you down here instead. So this is the, I guess, the secondary way of going about it. You just land on the section where you would go around if you we're on the bottom section of the track instead of the top section at the beginning. So if we get over here, it's gonna go over here. Up here. Is that gonna count? That's not gonna count. So if you like hit it at a certain way, then the game's gonna spawn you over there. If you land on top of it, if I go over it, it'll spawn you over there. If not, then it's just gonna put you back where it thinks you're supposed to be at. So it's kind of weird. So yeah, I got that time. I'm also gonna see if I got this lap. I did. Okay, cool. So I'll come back over here. I'll try it again, see if I can get a good one, not the shitty one. That was good. Okay, it works. There we go. Yeah, 19 seconds, easy. Alright, this abyss kind of goofy in a way. I'm gonna gauntlet. Alright. So this starts out similar to the other ones. Go through this section, left turn, then it's a little section like before in it's Executioner. I have to go through this little aperture. Well, not really aperture, just a slit right there. And it goes onto the unprotected area of the asteroid. So in this wall over here, I'm going to move slightly over here to get some speed. Okay, good. I'm going to put over here, get out of bounds here. Track. Go to the left of it, so I'll spawn it right actually on the track. If I crash to the right side of that, I'd go back to where it was on the surface. So I'm at a lighter portion of the track, like really late in the track. The track's there, the surrounding environment's not. Unfortunately, I can't skip this vacuum tube, which is okay. I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, it's still kind of shitty because I hate them, but hey. Still, like, you know, like a 1 minute lap change compared to 3 minutes. Into the high ground.
It's a new lap record.
Got my leg and arm chopped off. Then I got burned on the lava. Alright. I can do a little cleaner this time. Alright, that's clean. Unfortunately, mine are not clean, but whatever. Still not the Benton scoops, those are absolute cancer.
It's a new lap record.
It's too far to the left. Sorry though. Alright. But these skips have been known for the majority of the lifespan of the game, I believe. I think like the first gen guys that were running this game, doing ILs, found out about these. For Inferno though, that one was actually found recently. I think Nim found it. I do not remember. But he utilizes it when he does his 100% skips runs. So I'll show this off. This is actually a pretty short track by itself, but I think it's like a minute 30, like 32 minutes, like minute 30 by the time you have all your upgrades and all that thing. And over here, dual, well, sort of like that, but not really. I'll drive without crashing this time. Dual wall ride and clip out the top. For some whatever reason, you can just clip outside the top up here, right here. I'm gonna boost down here on top of this. The ceiling's still here for this section, but I have to go down to the second chamber, turn around, and that's pretty much it for that one.
It's a new
Alright, so
lap record.
54. Okay. I cannot hear you. Unless you're speaking, it's just a thing.
It's a new lap record.
Saying you got a $50 donation
Oh, based.
from Squawky. And it's runner's choice, so you'll have to figure out what where that goes to.
Yeah, once this is over, I'll check out the incentives. I'll definitely. Thanks, Squawky.
Yeah, thanks a bunch, dude.
Alright, cool. Maybe it's alright. Alright, yeah, that's all I got. General shoutouts to the community. Keeping it alive. Doing their thing. Yeah, thanks for having me, guys.
Alright, thanks, dude.
Yeah.